Hello, everyone. Welcome to our year-end holiday promo roundup, year-end travel roundup, predictions for 2023, all of that good stuff. Oh my God, don't mind my messy credenza over here. I'm putting a mailing together, so things are a little bit hectic right now, as always at the end of the year. So, few things. I definitely want to do a little bit of a recap of sort of travel and my experiences in 2022, and what I think that's going to mean for 2023 travel. So, I know that you guys follow along when I travel, and this past year, I have traveled more than any other year. It's been insane that we kind of came off of this pandemic, and I was out there. But most of my travel was business related, and I think it's really important that when you guys are looking for somebody, a professional to help you with your travel, that they are not only well traveled themselves, but that they are getting invited by tourism boards and vendors and suppliers to come and experience those products, because that is a sign that they are engaged, one, with those tourism boards, with those vendors, with those suppliers, in professional development programs that each one of those carries out, and is engaged with their development team, and also engaged in booking travel. So it's really important that not only is your travel agent traveling, but they are getting those invites, which we are very fortunate. I am very fortunate that I have gotten several invites this past year to participate in these kind of experiences. So the year started off strong. In February, we went to a big travel conference in Orlando that was put together with many vendors, from Rocky Mountaineer to Hurtigruten to Delta Vacations. Again, a great opportunity for us to meet with those teams and talk about their products, but also talk about our experiences. How has it been working with their customer service teams throughout COVID, giving them feedback about the product, about our guest experiences. So those things all happen at these conferences. And then in February and then March, we did a cruise on the Symphony of the Sea. That was a partnership with ASTA. So we are a member of the American Travel Agents Association. To be a member of ASTA, it's not just something you pay for. You do have to go through some rigorous training and ethics to be ASTA certified. An ASTA certified travel agent and travel agency. So through ASTA, we were invited to participate in a cruise with Royal Caribbean. And that was really exciting because we did get to bring our family, or I got to bring my family. So it's always great to be able to see their experiences as well. April, we had our first Gaze with Kids spring break, which was an amazing group experience. We had 8 families join us in Universal Orlando, and then several other local families participated as well. And that was a really great experience. We do have our second annual Gaze with Kids spring break happening at the Nickelodeon Resort Riviera Maya in April of this 2023. We have, I think, 4 rooms left. So if you are interested in that trip, definitely reach out to us right away, because I don't think those 4 rooms are going to last past the new year. April, May, I don't think we did anything in May. I think May was some downtime for us. June, we went to Costa Rica. That was a personal trip with our family. I used a brand new supplier in Costa Rica that I had never used before, and had an amazing experience. On, I think, our 3rd day, my son got really sick. He ate way too much chocolate at our chocolate tour, and he just was not feeling well the next day. And we had an excursion planned, and the team with Costa Rica Dream Adventures was on the phone with us, keeping us updated, rescheduling that excursion. We did have a tropical storm coming through. So they did a fantastic job of just like staying on top of all of our needs throughout the trip and really checking in with us. July and August were a little bit of a downtime. August, we were supposed to, actually, I completely forgot. In May, we went to Korea. Oh my God, how did I skip that? So that was a tourism board. The Korean Tourism Organization invited me to Korea because I am a Korea specialist. I had gone through their professional development program, and I was invited to come and participate in a week-long fast-paced trip through Korea, visiting from, starting in Seoul and going out to Busan and back again. We were the first non-Koreans to visit the Blue House, which is their version of the White House since it was reopened and given back to the people. So that was really exciting. We got to wear traditional hanboks. They put us in hanboks and they brought us out, and the press was following us around. So it felt like we had paparazzi. We were all over the news. It was a really big deal to have Western tourism professionals come and experience that. And I think it was only the second week that the Blue House had been open post-COVID. And then again, the president had given it back to the people, the grounds and the property. So that was a really exciting experience. I can't believe I forgot about that. And we flew Asiana Air, which is amazing. I love that airline. It's now one of my favorites. But that trip was just, it was really fantastic. Things about Korea that I didn't know. Really kind of cemented to me the type of traveler who would love that trip, who would, really embrace that experience. I found Korea to be a very English-speaking, tourist-friendly country. So if you've wanted to visit Asia and you were nervous about not speaking the language, all of the signage, all of the public signage, public transportation is in both Korean and English, as well as the announcements. The people are super friendly. It's very, very clean. Like, I cannot stress to you enough how welcoming and how easy it was to get around South Korea and really experience that. So that was May. June, Costa Rica. July, we had a break. August, we were supposed to be in New York City with the Korean Tourism Board again for some presentations, but that got canceled. I finally experienced, I had been very lucky throughout all of my travels that I hadn't experienced all of those flight delays and cancellations, but it caught up with me in August, so we missed that trip. September, I was invited by Couples Resorts to visit their properties in Jamaica. And again, a great experience. It's really interesting to go to their resorts and see how different all of the properties are. Couples Resorts do not just have one cookie cutter style of resorts. So being able to experience that is really important as a travel advisor, because somebody who might like Couples Swept Away is not the same person who's going to like Couples Sanssouci. So again, being able to experience those properties and be invited to experience those properties is really important. And then October, we went to Africa. I went to Africa. I was able to bring a guest with me. So you guys probably followed along. It was my friend and client, Karina, came with us, and she's actually going to be joining the Travel Brilliant team, which is really exciting. But that was a 12-day trip across South Africa from Cape Town up to Port Elizabeth, everything from visiting Table Rock Mountain to obviously going on safari. No hyperbole here when I say it's a life-changing experience to visit Africa. And it's definitely something that had been on my bucket list, and I know is on so many people's bucket lists. So I think it's really important that you guys do those things. Like that, I can't believe I had waited so long, and I can't wait to go back and experience that with my family. South Africa was just truly, it was a fantastic experience. It was life-changing. It was amazing. Like all the superlatives, right, you could throw in there. And then we capped off our travel year. I capped off my travel year this past weekend with a trip to New York City. My son was born there and had never gotten to be a tourist because we moved when he was 1. So we got to visit our family who still live in Brooklyn and do a whole bunch of touristy things, from the hop on, hop off double-decker bus tour to visiting the Natural History Museum and eating lots of really good food. But it's been, an amazing year to get back to travel and to see how things have shifted, to see how we've needed to rally in support of our clients, in situations when we were still having return COVID testing and people were getting stuck in destination, and cascading flight cancellations and delays and lost luggage, and, cemented my relationship with our preferred our insurance provider, Allianz. They've done an amazing job this year of stepping up for all of my clients and making sure to support them financially, with their insurance policies when things have gone wrong, cemented relationships to other vendors who have really come in. Colette, who does all of our senior radio tours, are always supporting our clients, making sure that things go well. Rarely do we have an issue, but in the couple instances we did, Colette stepped up in a big way and made sure that everybody was happy and things were resolved. And it's just, again, there's been so much happening this past year as we've regrouped with travel that, of course, there's been some issues, some hiccups, some delays, some, annoyances, but really seeing who's stepping up, who's supporting our clients, and, making it the best experience that we can provide has been really, really valuable. And so some of my predictions for 2023, we are still seeing the resurgence of that bucket list travel, people wanting to do those big trips, lots of multi-generational trips. We saw it in 2022, but we're seeing it some more going into next year. Grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, kids. And those are stressful. Those are stressful for you guys to plan. I can't tell you how many times I've had a client say, I'm so sorry. My aunt came back and wanted to do this thing instead. And it's so hard to wrangle all these people. And trust me, I understand. Being that point person for a big family vacation is never easy. And I'm here to help make that as easy an experience as possible when it comes to the logistics. At the end of the day, you still have to deal with your family on vacation, but, I'm here to help you make that as, stress-free as I can when it comes to your logistics. But the other thing we're going to continue to grow. We've blown away, our 2019 numbers in this past year, and they're just going to keep growing. And with that in mind, we're adding new staff. So we have a Disney specialist. Her name is Joy. She joined us in 2022, and she's continuing on. She actually went in September to do a Disney education program at Walt Disney World. So she was invited by the Disney travel team to come and experience Walt Disney World and go through what they call an agent experience program. So she got to do everything from Galaxy's Edge to, a dessert party at Harmonious. So she got to experience a whole lot and tour a whole bunch of the resorts. And that's always so valuable when our agents get to do that. So Joy has hit the ground running in 2022, and she's just going to continue to do great things moving forward. She's been an awesome addition. Karina, who went with me to Africa, is now also going to be joining us as a Disney travel specialist. And she's fantastic. She's, a Disney adult. And so she's really got a different, perspective when it comes to visiting Disney. She's been a client of mine, and we've sent her a few times to Disney. So she's really excited to join us. I'm not going to call them out yet, but I have 3 other agents coming on, and I see one of them is watching now. But I'm really excited once they officially come on board. I can't wait to make the announcement. And they're 3 fantastic ladies who have just so much knowledge in travel and come to us with just... I couldn't have asked for some better ladies to join me in this journey at Travel Brilliant. And I'm really excited for them to be a part of the team. And I'm not going to say anything more until I can officially announce, who they are. But I'm so excited. All three ladies come with so much knowledge in travel, and I mean, just the value that they add to our agency is tremendous. And to me, it's always great to have colleagues who you can bounce ideas off of, because as much as I was lucky, I got to travel so much this past year, there's no way one person can see and do it all. And combined, this team is going to just be amazing. And I'm really excited for that. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm gushing a little bit, but it's amazing to be able to see Travel Brilliant grow. We took 2021, on the chin like everybody else, and spent a lot of time doing professional development, building our systems, talking to the press. So if you go on our website, you'll see we're in the New York Times, we're in the Washington Post, we're on the Knot, really trying to keep travel enthusiasm up. And it's paid off, because this year was tremendous, and it's just going to keep growing. And we're going to have a team of 6 agents, including myself, which is amazing. I love that so much for Travel Brilliant, and for you guys to be able to have just a huge team around you, supporting you when you travel. But yeah, so that's my prediction for 2023. We're going to just see that continue to grow. Hopefully airlines are going to get it together. I think it's still going to be another year before a lot of that evens out with airlines, in terms of especially their pilot and their flight crew staffing is going to continue to be an issue. So we're going to have to just be patient until we really see that resolve itself. But we're working with amazing vendors who are able to support you in destination. Those multi-generational trips have been really, really popular. And holiday promos. So we have Small Business Saturday and Travel Tuesday coming up next week. Almost every vendor and supplier is offering some kind of promotion right now. Now, it's going to usually exclude your kind of spring break and that February break, especially if you're looking at your all-inclusive, your family all-inclusives. So if you guys have been waiting for a promotion to book those, I would not delay. Get those spring break and February breaks. Oh my God, if you haven't done February break already, you need to do that now. Same thing with that spring break, that Easter holiday break. Those rooms are filling up really fast. It's been much harder to find available inventory, especially for our bigger families, our families with like 5, those 3 kiddos. Rooms are tough, like rooms with 5-person capacity, family capacity are hard, and there's not as many in inventory at these all-inclusives. So please make sure you're reaching out. The same thing with our cruise lines. Again, those family rooms that can fit 3 kiddos are limited. So if you have not booked spring break, please do not delay any longer. But these holiday promos, the Black Friday, Travel Tuesday, all of those coming out are really great opportunities to save if you're kind of going in that off-peak time. There's, Viking's been doing consistently great promos. Royal Caribbean has that Kids Sail Free program or promo. A lot of our all-inclusives, couples resorts just came out with a promo. A lot of our tours, so our escorted tour groups, CIE has an awesome Ireland promotion. So everybody's pretty much got a promotion going into next week. If you have something on your bucket list and you've been delaying, now would be the time. It's also a great idea if you don't know what the heck to get your family for Christmas, right? Plan a trip, like put that under the tree. How many things do we need? How much stuff do we actually need anymore? Let's do experiences. And we're seeing this trend where, again, people are doing experiences. I have some folks who are doing our Gaze with the Kids spring break that I had to put together some little packages for, because they were going to give that as a gift to their family for the holidays. And I think that's lovely. Like, how exciting is that? Disney always has the Give the Gift promotion going on during the holiday season. So we've got a couple different promotions going on there. There's still the Disney Plus promotion with the cruise line. And then we have some Disney World and Disneyland promotions. There's an Aulani promotion. We've got a Adventures by Disney River Cruise promotion. So there's always something going on around the holidays that give the gift of travel So, if you've got anything in mind, I've already gotten a few messages from people who had things on their bucket list, and I've been able to reach out to them about that. So if you have things on your bucket list, holiday promos is a great time to book, especially if you don't know what to get, or again, you could just buy it for yourself and tell your spouse or significant other that the holidays are done, that you've gotten a gift for yourself and they don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so that's kind of my yearly recap and my predictions for 2023. I think we're just going to continue to see a huge surge in travel. I know that we have some things going on right now with inflation, but I think people are still reprioritizing travel as a big priority coming off of the last few years and being able to see their family on those multi-generational trips. So that being said, I'm going to sign off. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, you could drop them in the comments or send me a direct message, and I will see you guys real soon.